Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I think this one's going to be fairly quick today in the terms of I am fitting some reversing but rear spotlights, but flush mounted ones to the back of the Volkswagen Crafter today. If you watched last week's video, you would have seen me talk about, and I wired up the aux beam over the course of a week and a half, 2 weeks. I wired up the aux beam panel and I wired up the ditch lights and spots at the front. But today I'm going to be wiring up some lights for the back. So basically what I found is when I'm reversing on campsites, I can't see a lot, especially when it's night, dark, when we've been out all day, coming back to the campsites late at night. The reverse lights on these vans, cars aren't great at the best of times. So what I wanted is some basically reverse spotlights to come on while I'm reversing, or at least I can turn them on in my case while I'm reversing, so I can just light up so I can see everything around me. So I've gone with some, which I'll just put a picture here, bing, flush mounted spots that are designed to be cut into bumpers and vans. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to wire it to the aux beam so I can control it from the front of the van whenever I stick it into reverse. I do plan on having a reversing camera, so that will also help me see, but these spots should light it up. So enough of me waffling and talking, I'm just going to get straight into it. First protocol is cutting in these spots. Because they're flush mounted, I need to cut them in to the bumper. So let's go, let's do that. Trusty old Bluetti for power on the go. So I suppose I should actually show you a bit more about it, really. Just apologies, it's dark, wet and rainy, and I'm just trying to get this in while I still can see. But here are the lights. So they come in a pack of 2 and they're like flush mounted, so you can see that again that will sit against the bumper, and then slot in, wire them up basically, and then they should just light up nicely. Low level is my hole that I've cut, and I've tested it fits basically before I showed you. But so the good thing about this is I've cut it, so if I show you the back of the van, you can see in relation to where it is. So I've cut this hole, and basically this wire feeding, and it fits a treat, and that is it, flush mounted. You can see flush mounted light, boom. If I put you in the hole, look where that comes. So it's not actually in the van, I'm not cutting into the van, it's technically almost still outside the van, because there is the multi-tool, and there's my hand, look. Woo! So that is it in a nutshell. I've got, so what I need to do is, this is the far right one, and I will feed this up my hole, he says. This will feed up, and I will basically cable tie this back to that side and then wire it to the front of the van. Wire it into the aux beam, and then we should have 2 working reverse lights that I've not seen people do before. I think there's one company that does it, but it's really expensive. These lights cost me £19, I think, from Amazon. I will link in the description below. And then the cable itself, the automatic cable, is about 30 quid for 100 foot, 30 meters, I think it is, or something like that. And I've already got the aux beam, so I'm just going to wire it straight into that. So let's go, let's wire it in. Swap the multi-tool for some heat. Boom, that should now start heating up my old trusty soldering iron for my splices. Just gonna pop that up. Is it as easy as that? It certainly bloody is. Let me get this wired in, and then I will come back. So I don't want to waste time and just, I would only hyperlapse it anyway. So I'm going to wire them both in, run the cable back, and then I will come back and show you once they're all wired in, and you can see what it looks like. So I've come back to the same lane as I was last week to try out the reversing lights. So, how are we going to do this? So if I flip you around, look, that's just, the DJI camera is actually doing a lot better than what it should be, because I can't see anything really at the back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip on the spots. So this is those reversing spotlights on now. Yeah, they are ace. That makes such a difference. Such a difference to being able to reverse. Yeah, it just lights up the floor. Next week's video I'm going to be putting in a reversing camera, so that would be great. So you add those lights with the reversing camera, that's just massive, absolutely massive. So that's those spots, reversing spots, working a treat. Excellent. And they're flush mounted, which is sweet. Look at that, flush mounted, beautiful, take up no space really, and they work bloody lovely. Right, let's get back in the van. Let's get back in the van and see what it looks like when you're sat in the driver's seat. So you can see the green hue from the aux beam, that's gone off. So if I flip you around, that is, oh, gotta go, someone's coming. So, right, I know it's really dark and I apologise. I found somewhere to park up again in a lane. Someone drove behind me. So where was I? What was I going to do? Right, I was going to show you. Right, okay, show you what it looks like from driving. What it looks like with those reversing spots. So this here is my rear view mirror with nothing on. So if I just stick it in reverse, that's the reverse lights. And then if I power on our reversing spots, yeah, miles better. It just lights up the lower floor. Obviously you could put spots on top of the roof like I've got on the front and light up the whole area that you're reversing into. But for me, because I'm putting a reversing camera in, I just want to light up the immediate area so I can see what I'm reversing close to. If I want to park up somewhere, a nice little secret park up or campsite reversing into a bay or something like that, I can see perfectly. So without the lights, and again, DJI is doing massive things, like this camera is doing amazing things in adjusting the light to suit, but without the spots, with the spots, and you can see over there at both sides, without it just, it's just amazing. So yeah, that's our light setup. So this is going to be a shorter video than normal this week, just because I wanted to do those reversing spots as a separate video, because I've not seen it before. I came across them while browsing for reversing lights on Amazon, and those are the lights I came across, and I thought, oh, I'd give it a go. So I thought, I've not seen many videos on YouTube doing lights like that, so I thought, why not make it his own standalone video, short little video. Next week we're going to be doing the Wolf Box. Next week we're going to be doing reversing camera, so that's going to be good. So if you want to watch that, please subscribe to the channel. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you've liked it and want to keep following along with the VW Crafter build and then all the adventures that come after that, make sure you give us a like and subscribe, and let me know what you think I should do to this van next. As always, thanks for watching. Love you, bye. See you next week. Bye bye.